Now, media personality and journalist Kuli Roberts passed away on Wednesday night, but the details of her death remain unclear. Many took to social media over the past few days to celebrate the radio, TV host and writer's life. She was known to have a fun-loving personality and was also remembered for her kindness and tender but brutal honesty. Friends close to her called her the light in the room. Roberts was an actor on the popular TV soapie The Queen and was soon to be debut on the online streaming radio station Legend Radio, founded by Aaron Moloisi. And he joins us now. Aaron, thank you so much for your time this morning. Now, let's just speak about...
Thanks to you and good morning.
Morning. Let's speak about Kuli as a friend and the relationship that you had with her.
Kuli as a friend was beyond just a lash in the room. She's just that one person that you knew exactly what you're dealing with. You knew exactly what you see is what you get. I remember we met a long time ago, literally a year or so when I started in my television career, 2003, around 2003. And later on, we got even more closer and closer when she was doing the headlines and all the other shows that she got to be involved in. For me, I was fascinated by a character that obviously I grew up, seeing on magazines and sometimes getting to hear about her on radio. Coming from Limpopo, access to information was still a problem. But then when I got closer to her, she gave me the thing of, listen, I like you, Aaron Jaktana Aaron, for who you are. And I got to be, so much in love with the person that Unoma Kula was, apart from Kuli Roberts, the brand. And when we're together, we know that it's not about work. We're never going to be taking selfies and, be seen as besties in that way. There's so much we shared together. There's so much we learned from each other. And I like the fact that she is exactly who you see, who she says she is. She tells a lot of truth. A lot of truth, trust me, which is why at some point, unfortunately, and this needs to be said, it got to a point where some people operating in the industry, they actually blacklisted her because she was saying too much of the truth. But I think she was just a little bit misunderstood because of how she grew up and where she grew up, because she grew up in different, parts of the country and mostly in boarding school. So she never got a standard mother, father, sister, brother, picket fence type of family setup, which is a lot of strain on any child, a girl child for that matter.
So how will you remember her? I mean, you've now spoken about the type of friend that she was. How will you remember Kuli Roberts?
You know what? I know that if I were to be somber and cry, she'd probably appear now. So she's that kind of person who say, be happy wherever you are, what you want to do, go for it. Always wear your heart in your sleeve. So I will always remember the fun moments. And, interestingly enough, for the past 3 weeks, I've been watching her last interview she did with Mickey on podcast. And I think I watched it probably 6 times or 7 times. And some of the people around me was like, guys, we need to watch this woman. And because I think that was the one interview where she was given a chance to really be who she is and get to tell a story about Kuli Roberts, not a story by someone else talking about Kuli Roberts. And for the first time, a lot of people got to meet Kuli Roberts on that last interview. And it's just ironic that when somebody passes, in retrospect, you start seeing things when, oh, now it makes sense. That sign was there. So I think a lot of people must just remember as a happy person, happy go, you listen, what you see is what you get. I will always remember all the happy moments, even all the private trips that we would take. I will always remember and cherish those moments. And we went to Sun City and she almost ordered one of the prints because we were hosted by the Royal House. And once she listened, we are royalty now, so clear the pool Singene. And they did, I posted the picture on I think it was on Friday, it's part of my TV. So the fun moments, the child in her still lived forever. That is the one part that I will always cherish. And I will forever let the little boy inside of Uncle A, Aaron Moloisi, go out there and just have fun in life.
Now, Aaron, we do know that Kuli was due to appear or to actually host a weekly radio show on your radio platform, the Legend Radio platform.
Yes.
Give us details about that.
All right. When I started the Radio Legends platform, obviously my strategy was to get at least 90% of all my hosts as people that have never been on any broadcast media, whether television or radio. And I then thought, let me get also, some wild cards, some personalities that are known, but are not your typical personalities that are on radio every single day and are still on radio. Now, yes, she was on radio on KFM, and she had not been on any radio for quite some time, or on TV for that matter, except for the Queen. I thought, I want to give her a radio show, and I want her to fly. I want her to really just be Kuli Roberts. I want her unfiltered, because we are an international radio station, so our licensing is beyond the borders of South Africa, even though still we have, country-bound, licensing and filtering. But for the first time, I wanted Nomakula to really be who she is and really talk about what she wants to talk about. She's got a book, Siren, that she wrote many years ago, and none of the platforms were really embracing her and giving that kind of publicity. So I wanted her to come in and just shine and fly. It's the kind of freedom that I wanted to give her on Legend Radio. And we were talking last week, Thursday, in fact, the other week, Thursday, about, how she's going to come in, then what we're going to do prior to her joining. She didn't even care about me either doing PR for her before that. It's a big deal that Kuli Roberts is getting the station. It's just like, listen, so we were so excited. The entire team was waiting, and I was finishing off even all the artwork and the marketing collateral. I've got it with me, but, serendipity took its course. God and our sisters decided, and it is well.
It is quite sad that, she died before you were able to launch this particular weekly radio show. For those that knew her, that were friends with her like yourself, and for really the entertainment industry, what message would you send out to them?
The message I want to say, this is all to, even family and friends and everybody else that knew her and those who didn't know her. One lesson you need to learn about a character like Kuli Roberts is that until you hear it from the horse's mouth, it's not truth, or it's possibly not truth, Always make sure that you wear your heart in your sleeve, let your intentions known, then you live a better life. Because then you know exactly what you're dealing with. If you meet somebody and they pretend to like you, if you know they don't like you, then you know they don't like you, don't waste your time or their time. So the biggest lesson here is that live your life today. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You're not sure if you're going to wake up or not. You're not sure if you're going to make it home today. So just be out there, live your life today, and always wear your heart in your sleeve. Let your intentions be known. And may her soul rest in peace. May her soul rest in peace. But let's continue to celebrate her life, because as Kuli, I'm sure wherever she is, it's a big party with the rest of those who passed before. It's a big reunion party.
Media personality and Legend Radio founder and friend to Kuli Roberts, Aaron Moloisi, thank you so much for your time this morning.